welcome to this video where I'm going to be talking about posture again. This time, what are we going to do with our arms? Well, what I do is I pretend that I'm doing the breaststroke. So I'm doing that with the palms and pushing the water away. So I'm turning my hand, this hand, so I'm looking at my watch, and I'm looking at my watch here. If I have 2 watches on, so I can see them. My hand's like this, I can't really see my watch very well. We definitely don't want to play like that. So like that, okay? So that's that. Now, what about the bow hold? Well, we've got this shape in our hand, so we just slot the bow in, and then what I do is I have my thumb like this, and then the bow just rests on top there, so I can slot it in, and then these fingers here just go on top. So you can have your little finger sitting on top like I do, or you can have it just resting over like that. Do you see what I mean? So I'm just resting that on my thumb, little finger up on top, leaning a little bit on my first finger, and that's the left hand, and that goes here. Now what about the right hand? Well, look, we're back to that shape. So do you see that they're a mirror image of each other? So we bring this back, keeping the angled hand, and that's the left hand shape. So we don't want this hand to go like this. This is like a square hand shape. There's two main ways of playing the cello. You can either play like this, so your bow is going to look like this, so it's square, and then your left hand's like that, and that's absolutely fine. That's fantastic. But what I would encourage you to do, as one of my beginner students, is to pronate, so to lean your hands like that. So it feels very different in your shoulder blades. You know, this feels very different to that, and that's what I want you to try and do there, okay? Another good idea before you start is to, one of my teachers said, try not to feel as if you're lifting your hands up like this, like that, like you're a sort of a Thunderbird's puppet, but instead, arms up to the air, bring them down, and now you feel that your arms are nice and poised. So they're not really heavy like sacks of potatoes were. They feel nice and poised and balanced, whereas this just feels, you know, very limp. So like that. So we've got the bow hold in the right hand. Bring this hand here, bring it back. Keep the fingers over the strings. You know, you could play like that, so that your fingers went to the side. Some people do that, but just keep them for now over the string. And your thumb should be roughly opposite your second finger. So, and I use a flat thumb. So rather than doing that with my thumb, rather than this sort of thumb here, I've got a flat thumb, and I use the fat pad of my thumb whenever I'm playing, and I just press very, very lightly. So that's enough for that today. So you see that both those hands look very, very mirrored. So have fun with that. Do that every single time you stop and start playing the cello. So here's a little rhyme. Every time you stop and start, go through your bow checklist. It's really smart. So bow checklist, what do? Do that. Thumbs there. Bring the bow in. It goes here on the bow, just in front of this thing called the frog. This thing's called the black thing. It goes in here. And the little finger there above the eye of the frog, and laying in your first finger, and then Bob's your uncle. So have fun.